Hey guys, we got a part in on Friday, and I want to show it to you because it's really cool and it gets us a lot closer to where we want to go. But take a look outside. We got last night we had freezing rain and everything iced over. The bay looks a little chilly out there, but 2 days this storm is supposed to pass, and then we are going to be picking up some parts in Barrie for the next some of the updated parts here. Now, more or less, I want to show you here. We've been working on the our custom impeller. This is a 3D printed PLA. Obviously, with PLA, requires some sanding and some love in order to get it nice and smooth. But we sent it off to a company, and they 3D printed an aluminum impeller here, and the quality is phenomenal. You can hear it. Nice, rock solid, perfect for testing, and relatively affordable for a prototype impeller. Today I'm going to tap these holes. There's 2 holes at 90 degrees, which locks it onto the shaft, and I've got the little M4 drill bit that this drill bit, you can see here, it has threads on it. So you have to pre-drill the holes, but then you use this and you slowly just tap right in. It screws and drills right in, and you just back it out, and very simple way to tap holes. So once that's done, we should be good to go with that aluminum impeller. Alright guys, so I'm just going to do a sample test drill in the 3D printed part here, the PLA, just to try the new bit and just see how it goes. Pretty straightforward, pre-drilled, so it makes it very easy. You just kind of hold the drill as square as possible, and we're going to see where we're at inside. Got some more room to go. And we'll go just a little further. And that gives us enough room there. We'll just back it out. Perfect. So there it is, drilled, tapped, and now we've got this 4M set screw. There we go. And I've already done one, and so now we're just going to, and it just goes in really nice, really straightforward, and of course you'll see it, depending if you can, and it pops out on the inside. Hard to see in there, but anyway, that's more or less it. 2 set screws in, and now we are going to do the aluminum one. All right. Let's just see where we are at in this process here. We are almost all the way. You can go a little bit further. I like to keep it clamped down so nothing spins or catches a finger. That is it. That's as far as we want to go. Let's back it out. And should fit perfectly. Perfect. So there it is in, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's just flush, and this side will be perfectly flush just as it tightens on the shaft. So we made the wall thickness the length of a stock set screw. And yeah, so just going to do the second one, and this thing will be ready to rock and roll. All right, so that's it. 1, 2, ready to go. Now we're working on improving a little part on the motor housing for the back of the VeFoil here, and I'm going to show you on the computer screen exactly what we're doing just to improve the water flow and get things working as good as possible. So here is the jet housing, and what we want to do, bottom line, is to more or less, when the water is flowing across here, as it goes over this ridge, it's going to start to cavitate, swirl, create all kinds of distortion, and it would work, but it creates a lot of drag, a lot of suction, and if the water isn't flowing smooth, very fluid-like, you lose a lot of efficiency. So what we are doing is we've been working on this little part around these corners down from the outside edge of the tube that goes around the coupler and around the shaft, and this will all be filled in. This allows the water, as it's running down the tube, water likes to follow edges. It'll follow it, draw it right down into the inlet, and then hit the impeller and blast out the back. So that is the plan going forward. And if you take a look, we've got our first little mock-up piece. Actually, let me just show you. There's the coupler, there's the shaft, so you can get a feel for what we're going to be going over and then drawing down around the shaft here. So this is the first version that we did, and it was a little big on the end here. The distance across from here down to here, this was the face of the coupler. So the water would travel down, and it would still curl down here until it gets to the shaft, more or less area, and then go into the impeller. So what we've done is we've brought it so that more or less now the part wraps the coupler, and the flow will go right down to the shaft and bring it all the way down, so there's the least amount of friction and turbulence as possible. So these two halves go together. This here is where the screw head goes in. There's the screw head that will slide into here, and of course it'll go across into this piece, and there'll be the nut on this side over here. So you can see, if we just zoom in, there's where the head of the screw will go. This here is where the nut will go, and they clamp together and around the aluminum bar of the fuselage, and it'll clamp it down, and it'll end up being a very nice way to bring the water into the inlet and help increase the efficiency. Not only that, but it's also more aesthetically looking, a little nicer on the eyes, and of course it also protects the coupler and the shaft, so really there's not going to be anything that you can get anything kind of wrapped around or caught. It's just a lot more protection overall, so really going to improve on the look and performance and safety feature of the jet propulsion drive. Anyways, just wanted to show you that little update as we kind of come into this home stretch. We're going to be picking up speed with a lot more updates. Everything seems to be coming together roughly around the same time, and I think we're going to have a lot of stuff all more or less be finalizing. The remote is very close to being ready for production. The surfboard is very close. We're just working on some details there, and of course the jet drive. Everything else is slowly coming together. Our waterproof box, all that stuff. So everything is going to start just falling into action here, and it's going to be time to more or less get the product into production and get riding this spring. Can't wait. Talk to you soon.